What up, gang? Central Coast Disc Golf is bringing you some more dynamic discs and discgolf.io sponsored disc golf action. As always, Dynamic Discs is sponsoring a Dymax giveaway, so make sure to like and comment for a chance to win. Speaking of DD, they're being awesome and donating $10K to breast cancer research. They're also selling a sweet-looking pink Ranger bag, so if your girl needs a bag, make sure to check them out. On the discgolf.io side of things, they're the home of Central Coast Disc Golf on the net, and they should be the home of your club or tourney. Hit them up. But anyway, let's watch some disc golf.
Ian here from Central Coast Disc Golf, joined with a special guest commentator. We got a Jason Liebgott from the HeavyDiscBlogspot.com. Does some awesome work. If you're looking to improve your backhand form, it's the place to go. Jason, say what's up, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me, Ian. This is really a pleasure to get to do this.
Thanks for joining us, dude. All right, let's get to watching this disc golf. All right, guys, we're back with some more Worlds coverage. We got the Round 1 Super Card. And this one's filmed by Yuha, guys, so the quality is excellent. Don't get used to it.
It is super.
Yeah, does some great work. So we got Nate Doss, Paul McBeth, Simon Lizotte, and who was the last one?
You tell me. Brinster.
There we go. Yeah. So it looks like Paul McBeth has the box. We're starting off on hole 15, 475, par 3. Paul put a little too much ante on that one.
Yeah, he brought that. I think he was trying to keep it tight to the basket and just maybe a little too tight.
Yeah, the basket is back in that dark clearing. You can kind of see the flag back there. So Brinster threw a roller. Looked pretty nice.
That looked really good.
Yeah. Simon's throwing an air shot, but again, a little too much ante on that one.
And he clipped a tree, but got lucky there and just kept going.
Yeah. Nate with a sick-looking pull, Jay.
Yeah, he just crushes this. I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he maybe wanted to hold that ante just a little bit longer, but really nice. So Simon's upshot, pretty much parked for him, and Paul finished pretty far right, and this thicket is really thick, and he throws a nice ante around it.
Yeah, that is a champion level outshot.
For sure. Nate Doss's birdie bid comes up a little short left, and looking at Steve after a really nice roller, has this for birdie. What?
That's, yeah, someone greased the chains on him.
Wow. You know, these baskets don't favor a pitch putt.
I have noticed that, yeah, and I'm not sure the exact model of that, but I see these out at the course every once in a while, and I do see a lot of spit outs right through the chains.
Yeah.
So this could be tough for Brinster because he is a hard putter.
Yeah, he's a definition with a pitch putt right there. Bringing us up is a hole 16, 101 meters. And this one is straight through that gap and then to the right. And it's a tough hole, Jay.
Yeah, that's a lot of straight before you got to make the disc move.
Yeah. Really got a hyzer flip something pretty well, yeah.
I'll definitely clip that.
Brinster with the Brinster hop. Ooh. Looks like that one didn't turn quite enough for him.
I think he did get through the bush, though.
Yeah, oh, did he? Popped out the other side. Sweet looking forehand from Simon.
Yeah, he's playing a real strategy play there. You know, get out in the open.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get there with a forehand. Nate Doss with another good looking drive, Jason.
Just enough turn to skate through there.
Yep. And you can see the basket tucked up in the woods. So that was Paul's upshot. And look at it, Steve's right here.
And he did get through just enough to have a wide open shot there.
Yeah, definitely. Nice shot from Steve. And Simon after that forehand. And he probably could run this a little bit with the hill behind.
I'm not sure why he's on his knee. Any idea there?
I think it might have been some ceiling issues close to the basket. It'd probably be my guess. Oh, Nate misses another putt short left.
Yeah, short left. That's probably, what, 45 feet?
Yeah.
Uphill?
Yeah, it was no gimme, that's for sure. But
no.
Nate could definitely make those.
Yeah, and usually those guys will hit basket.
Yep, yeah, it's very true. So everybody taking a par on that one. No shame. Pretty tough hole. And
Mm-hmm.
up next is hole 17, 450 feet. Pretty big dogleg left, and then once you start the dogleg, it goes uphill pretty solid. And Paul's up first. Throwing a big old backhand with a destroyer, I'd imagine.
Boy, he made it a long way before catching that leaf.
Yeah, he did. He's going to have a pretty easy look from there for a par, but it's probably too far for a birdie. Steve Brinster also taking that high line.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good there.
Wow, I think he made the corner on that. And if anybody can make the corner, it's this guy, Jason.
Mm-hmm. With a mini, I think he could make this corner.
True story. God, he crushed that up there, and he
He
definitely
got
made
it way high.
Yeah, it really did. And Nate has same amount of power, so he's taking the slightly lower line, hoping to get that skip, but he didn't.
But no,
Yeah,
that thing just velcroed to the ground.
yeah, it really did. It's kind of with that slope. Paul gave that a pretty good run for a 2.
Yeah, it's amazing. That putt is so straight for so long.
Yeah, it really is. Nate
All
just
these
laying up for a
guys.
par. And looking at Steve for a bird.
Heartbreak Hill.
He's just teasing it. Oh, Simon, after a monster drive, comes up just short on the putt.
Yeah, Simon's usually good for those.
Yeah, he really is. Kind of surprised he missed that one. But everybody tapping in their pars. And we'll be moving on to the next one. And up next is hole 18, 360-foot par 3. Everybody's still even.
Still tied up.
Yeah. And this one, just a big old backhand hyzer.
Yeah, I think there's 2 routes on this, right?
Oh yeah, there is the Annie route. It's a little shorter if you take the Annie route. But these pros like their hyzers, Jason.
Yes, they do. Well, with Simon, you know he's going to probably take the Simon route.
Yeah, totally. And that looked pretty solid.
Yeah, as long as you don't get caught out in that deep bush, that Anheuser route looks pretty safe.
And Doss taking the same route looked pretty nice.
Yeah, he pumped that out there real nice.
So Simon's second, finished short right. That Annied a little longer than he wanted on his drive. Pretty solid up. And Steve finished short left and has this for a second shot. Another one, Jason.
Oh, front rim.
Gotta want it. Paul wants it. Went just a little right.
Yeah.
And Nate finished in this group of bushes, trees that's right in line with the basket from the tee.
Yeah, maybe I niced him on that. I guess this basket has the force field up right now. These guys have no love.
Yeah, if they're not making it, nobody can.
No.
Simon makes his par, no problem there. Doss with a tap in. Nate Doss, newly married. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. It looked like it was a disc golf wedding.
Yeah. Married to Val now.
Yeah, that's one brother-in-law you don't want to tangle with.
For sure. So up next is hole 1, 414 feet. This one's a big dogleg right. And you're going to throw just a giant Annie and then hope it flexes out at the very last second. And that looked pretty nice from Paul. Steve,
yeah, that is a humongous Anheuser.
Isn't it?
They are going really high to get it to turn like.
And I think Simon's throwing a putter right here. I think that's his P2.
Oh, that's absurd.
Simon and his putter Annies are just unreal.
Yeah.
And Nate throwing it up there as well. Also taking that beautiful Annie line. They should all be pretty close to the basket. It's kind of a guarded tee, though. You can see right there. Paul came up a little short.
Yeah, I had to get a little creative.
Yep, don't see too many forehand ups from Paul, but that was solid. So it looks like Simon finished short a little bit to the right, and Nate with a beautiful drive. And makes the bird.
Yeah, he's happy with that.
Definitely. Oh, Steve even closer. You'd almost spit through, Jason.
He must have really cheesed off one of the disc golf gods or something.
For real. Man. So Paul taps in the par, and Steve and Nate are now 1 under. And we are on to hole 2, 331. Another dogleg right, and this basket is tucked up in the trees, and it's kind of elevated up from the fairway too, which makes putting difficult with the ceiling. Steve throwing a roller. And looks like didn't turn over quite early enough. Nate with the forehand. Looks like he hit the right spot. He's going to be putting. And Paul throwing the Annie backhand. Oh.
He tangles up. Yeah. I think he actually kind of got that pro rollout, though.
Yeah, he's going to have a look from there where he was. The Annie backhand line is just kind of a throw and pray. I hope you make it through those trees. Simon went a little long, it looks like. Steve's second. Getting creative with the forehand roller, but hits that tree.
Yeah, look at that's gonna you know when you're throwing an upshot with a roller.
Yep, you're in some trouble.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah. Nate second lays up. Simon second has a birdie look here.
You know he's going for it.
Yep. What a putt.
Yep. Uphill from a knee.
Right, just floated it right in.
Of course it's going in.
Yeah. Steve, try and save par. Got one to stick there.
Yeah. Those are ones that are going to build that confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Paul just barely squeaked that in on the pro side.
Yeah, he caught the last change.
He really did. And Nate makes that par. And that's going to bring us to hole 3, 323. And if you ask Nate Sexton, it's a perfect forehand Firebird hole. And Simon thinks it's a forehand hole too. You want to throw a forehand just to the left of that tree and start... Oh, he hung it out a little wide left.
Well, he kicked the right way.
Yeah, but he is going to be throwing through some jail on his second shot. So Steve would throw in a hyzer flip, Jason.
Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, he got through. Really nice shot. Doss giving him some love.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice guy. And looks like Doss is throwing a TI buzz right there. And that one turned
a turn.
Yeah. Might have a putt from there. Gonna be a little longer than he wanted. And Paul's throwing his pop top Star Destroyer. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Just need a little more Annie on that.
Man, you knew that was going the wrong way.
Yeah. If he misses that tree though, he's 100% parked.
Yep.
If you hit that gap, it gives you on the perfect line. So Simon had to throw through jail. Looks like Paul's gonna throw around jail instead with his Firebird.
Yeah, that's the strategic play. Just get yourself into, in the hole right there.
Mm-hmm. Steve second, throwing a little Annie up. And look at it, Simon's par attempt. What a putt.
Oh, I love his putt. He has just that beautiful nose up kind of flick. Just
totally
pops
agree.
It up.
It's definitely one of my favorites. Doss with a nice bird from the knee right there.
Yeah, that's not an easy putt with something in your face like that.
Yeah. And par from Steve and Paul. And that's going to bring us to hole 4. 197. And this one's pretty good dogleg right. And kind of got to get lucky in through these trees. The story on
These
this
guys
hole,
want to pick it up.
yeah, they definitely want to pick up the bird here. But the story of this hole is the tee pad pointed straight. There was a huge tree that fell down that made this fairway. So that's why the tee pad points the wrong way.
The tee pad is now very short.
Yeah, it is. Simon parked it, and Steve.
Stand and deliver.
Yep, looks like that one hung out a little wide. And Paul. Not stoked right there, Jason.
No, his face tells a tale.
It really
He's
does.
not happy.
Yeah. He's still within putting range, though. And looking at Steve's birdie putt. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, both sides of the pole are not giving it up to him.
Oh my god, he hit tons of chain and the pole, and it didn't go in. Unreal. Paul came up a little short.
Too.
Yeah.
Just a little. Usually you see him really good for those.
Yeah. That was kind of surprising. He doesn't usually miss short when he misses. It's either high or right, it seems like.
Yeah, he's not afraid of going long and needing to make the comeback.
Yeah. Paul McBeth does not miss comeback putts.
That is not in the Paul McBeth rule book.
No. So up next is a hole number 5, 281, dogleg left. Decent forehand roller hole or a pretty good backhand with something pretty stable. And Doss floats it down there and hoping to get some skip left. I'm not sure how much he got on that one. Looks like Simon. Yeah, Simon throwing a Firebird. Getting that Firebird skip. You throw any Firebirds, Jason?
I bag a 165 champion Firebird.
Nice, man. You gotta have a Firebird in the bag.
I love watching Steve's, his standstill like that. It's so smooth.
Yeah, a lot of other pros will do just like kind of a slow walk up, trying to keep it consistent. Steve really likes that standstill. And definitely works for him.
Yeah, he just takes all the variables you don't need out of the equation.
Absolutely. Nate second, and forehand putt not so much. And is Brinster doing the horseshoe putt, Jason?
I've never seen this before.
I haven't either.
Crazy.
Oh, you bagged it.
That's amazing.
Killer putt.
I wonder if he'd ever done that before, if he just pulled it out.
He's got to have, right? That guy's been playing disc golf for a while. I'm sure it's coming to play for him. That was awesome.
2 hours a day he practices that putt.
And a nice birdie from Simon as well. Nate tapping in the par. And we're going to be moving on to hole number 6. Simon and Nate are tied at 3 down, doing some pretty good work. And this one's a slight dogleg left at the end.
I think they're all looking to 2 this one.
Yeah, this is backhand hyzer hole. It should be a 2 for them. And that was a pretty perfect drive from Simon. Maybe just a little short left. Steve taking a pretty similar line. Getting in there.
A few branches down.
Yeah, he did.
Kept going.
Paul's drive. Also looking pretty good. Probably going to finish a little right. Somewhere around pin high. Mr. Doss. Hung it out a little wide.
Yeah. Got a little tree too, so he's going to have some work.
Yep. And here is that birdie putt. A little short, kind of a half go there, yeah?
Yeah, I think he didn't want to end up in that tree.
Yep. McBeast just McBeast it right in there.
Beautiful.
That was a huge putt. Simon to try and match Paul. Another nice Simon Lizotte putt.
There it is. There it is.
Wow. Steve finished really nice. Should be a tap in for him.
Yep.
There it is. And Doss tapping in a lone par on this one.
Yeah, he missed again, left and sort of short. And
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe he's changed something or.
It seems like he's changed his putting style somewhat recently. Not sure. He used to be that really solid Annie putt.
Mm-hmm.
So Simon has the box, and that looked pretty nice. Steve up next. I think he turned that one over a little more than he wanted.
Didn't quite come out where he wanted, I don't think, but
yeah. Good looking pull from Paul. Oh, that one didn't fade.
No, but they've with that angle, they're all looking at pretty much the same upshot, I think.
Yeah, very true. Nate's right down
Local
the middle of the fairway.
routes.
Yeah.
Found a gap.
Nate is now an Oregon native, or I guess not native, Oregon resident. So he gets those lines.
He gets the benefits.
Yeah. So everybody's pretty much laying up here on their second shot. Is that the Nova from Paul? That thing just goes so straight.
That is really impressive.
Yeah. Don't see too many discs that fly like that.
Yeah, most guys come in like this, on a little bit of a hyzer, let it fade in.
Yeah. Paul just runs. Yep, exactly. Simon hung on up at a little short left. Gave himself a longer putt than he wanted.
He did not sound happy as soon as it came out of his hand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, missed that putt for 3. Paul taps his along with Steve. And Nate's making this.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. 3 birds and a par from Simon. I'm sure Simon wanted that one. I doubt.
Yeah.
I doubt he missed that for many times in practice.
He's not going to miss that upshot. No, he's not going to miss that upshot very often.
Yeah. But up next is hole 8, 395, par 3. And the basket is behind that clump of trees in the middle of the fairway. I see a lot of rollers, which looks like Steve is lined up for.
Yeah, he comes in almost perpendicular to the tee box with that roller approach.
Yeah, he really does. It works for him, though. He throws some amazing rollers.
No question.
And Paul throws some pretty awesome rollers, too. And that got down there. Finished a little short right, it looked like. Nate. Also putting down a roller. I think he throws an XL on his rollers.
That's crazy.
You see it? That went right through the trees and right towards the basket. Beautiful drive from Nate. And Simon's got a mean roller game too. See if he can get this to start turning.
It does.
That is working, Jason.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Nice. So as Steve tagged that tree, and looks like he's just going to lay it for a 3 here.
Yeah, no problem.
Paul finished short right, has this for a second shot, and it looks like he's lining this up.
Yeah, he'll run it. You know it.
Yep, looks like he caught a tree coming out, unfortunately. Nate finished a little short right as well, and also has this for a 2. Oh, looks like that one fished a little right, and Simon, after a sick drive, capitalizes.
Yep, he just made up that stroke.
Yeah, on the whole card right there, yeah. Paul taps in the par, and I'm sure Nate will too. Yep. Putting with that Nate Doss Challenger. What do you putt with, Jason?
I just recently switched to some Gateway Wizards, the organics. I like them. They're real tacky. Kind of feel good. And as we go into winter, my hands get all cold up here in Denver.
Right on. So up next, we got a 525 par 4. I think they call this the genius hole.
Why is that?
I honestly don't even know.
It was named after me.
Oh, you can see it right there. It says on the tee sign. It's named after you. Yes. So Steve's drive faded out a little early. He's probably still going to have a look to get up and down from there for birdie, but it's going to be a little longer than he wanted. And Paul is just uncorking one right here.
Yeah, I think he's putting some of that "I'm not happy with my game" mustard on that shot.
Yeah, he definitely crushed that. And Nate Doss with his drive. Have you ever seen a? Yeah, he definitely pumped it out there. Have you seen Ken Climo's eagle on this hole before?
I don't think I have. That's absurd.
He bangs it from like 150 feet or something like that. I'd call it a field ace, but people would get upset. They don't like.
I would call it a field ace. We're calling it a field ace right here.
People don't like the term field ace. Apparently, I don't. They get all upset about it.
Oh man, you talk about aces in any term that isn't like tournament first shot golf. People go, they're angry on the boards.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Simon giving that eagle run a look, and Paul's even closer with his eagle bid.
Let's make it happen.
Oh my god! Sick!
I wish I could make one of those in my lifetime.
Right, McBeast mode activated. That was huge. And Nate makes the comebacker for a bird, and Steve has this for a birdie. Eventually. See him look at the camera right there. He's like, "What is going on?"
Is that the fourth time or the third time? It's at
least 3. It's at least 3. It's probably closer to 4. Yeah.
Look on his face. He's just like, anybody want to explain this?
Are you guys watching this? Oh man. So up next is hole 10, and Paul has the box. And this one is an island green, and you just gotta. It's a slightly downhill on the drive, so you can really get it down there. And Paul looks like he gave himself a look for another eagle putt, Jason.
Yeah, that was a huge shot.
Yeah.
How far are these guys driving it, Ian?
I think it's somewhere around 500. Yeah.
That shot's 500 right there, and it looks like they're throwing it 200.
Right?
You notice that? They're just so smooth, and then it goes forever.
Yeah. Perfect form is a hell of a thing.
It really is.
Yeah. And it looks like Nate came up a little shorter than he wanted. That just got a little high on him. Steve up last. Pumping out one of his Echo Star X-Cals, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really pushes that envelope.
Oh, man.
Skip. Oh, that was really nice play.
That really was. So Nate with the layup for a bird and gets it onto the island safe. And Simon has an eagle bid, but it's kind of death putty with the OB behind the basket, so does a smart thing and lays up for a bird.
If you're not behind at the last hole, you're laying that up.
Yeah, very good point. And Paul also doing the smart thing, just laying up. Nate makes his putt, and everybody else is gonna have tap-ins.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this hole. It's one of the signature holes out at Milo. Throw down the road and this really cool island green.
Yeah, that island green would be the spot where I take a massive amount of OB.
I definitely saw it happen. But up next is hole 11, 690, and your first shot plays just a big backhand hyzer, and you want to finish left of those huge trees straight out there. And then your second shot is going to be a slight dogleg right. Paul throws a pretty perfect placement shot. And Simon.
Yeah. So how far this first shot? They're throwing about 450 out to there.
I think it's somewhere around there. Yeah, 400, 450.
Just the meat and potatoes. Get it out in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Nate Doss. Also looking pretty tasty. Yeah. Looks like they're all trying to finish the pretty similar spot. Kind of where you want to be.
Yeah, I don't think that going for it really big is going to buy you a whole lot of extra here.
Nah, you're not going to see any tap-in eagles on this hole.
No.
Steve's second shot, see the basket down there, and he's throwing a beautiful hyzer flip at it. And he's going to be putting.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So Simon opted for the forehand. Ooh, come back.
I don't think that's coming back.
No, that is O to the B. Unfortunate. Paul was taking notes on that shot and throws a little tighter.
I wonder if he had to tip Simon for that.
Yeah. Windsocking for him.
Uh-huh. That's the nice term for it.
Yeah. Wow. Good looking run from Nate.
Great looking run.
And Simon, try and save par. Ooh. Off the top of the basket.
Respectable bid. I'm hitting highs. Way better than hitting low.
That's for sure. Oh, speaking of hitting high, that was weird from Paul.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Simon makes his comebacker for a 5. And Nate, Steve has a pretty much tap-in birdie right here.
Yeah, great upshot.
Yeah, and Nate really has a tap-in birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Killer up. Looks like one of his Nate Doss TI Buzz right there for the upshot. Looks like.
Yep. Yeah, that was just that same nice turnover.
Mm-hmm. Paul taps in the par, and that is going to bring us to hole 12. 350. And
nobody really pulling away at this point.
Nah, I'm kind of hanging around. But all doing some pretty decent work on the course. It's not an easy one.
Yeah, so not a lot of birds.
This one is definitely actually 425.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one's just straight out there, and it's behind that fir. And Steve's Annie did not come back.
No, I wonder if he was doing that on purpose though. Like, he has a pretty decent look from there.
Oh, that's true, huh? But he doesn't have a birdie look like
not a bird
like Paul has right here after the drive.
Yeah, no, that's the ideal shot.
Yeah, most people are throwing rollers to get there because that is a huge air shot. And you're looking at two of the few people in the world that can get there with air shots right here with Simon and Paul. And Nate and Steve can get there too, honestly, if they hit the line.
Looks like Nate must cut the tree.
Yeah, but makes up for it with a nice up.
Yep, he's done.
Yep. Yeah. On to the next hole. Simon's second. Should be a par for him. And look at Steve.
Yeah, that's that opening, so not a terrible. I mean, it's not an easy 2, but
yeah, I bet he was hoping for a little bit more fade than he got.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul misses another putt. Actually went long on that hole, which is ridiculous.
He almost just slaps it. You know, he wants to.
Yeah, not stucked. But up next is hole 13, 1196 par 5. And I see a lot of people throwing rollers off the tee and then also for your third shot. It's a really interesting hole. There's a river and OB off to the right-hand side of the fairway the entire way. Nate threw a really nice roller, and looks like Steve's lined up for the same shot.
Mm-hmm. Coming in from the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a great roller.
He really does, doesn't he? Ooh, that looks money from Paul.
Mm.
And you know, when the crowd is watching it for a while, that was a good roller.
Yeah, when you see their heads turn and face the other way.
Yeah.
you're in a good spot.
Exactly. So
1196. That's a lot of work though.
No, it is a beast of a hole. I'd say this is probably the signature hole out here at Milo. So on your second shot, you actually want to finish off to the left-hand side of the fairway as far as you can. The right-hand side gets really crowded. So you want to get down there and off to the left. And Simon crushed it, but hit that last tree. And there is no OB off to the left, so don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so hanging it out there is that's the play.
See Steve taking that same line, caught that same tree.
Oh.
Paul's second. Throwing out a little anti-flex. Well, not a little, a huge. Gets it down there.
Yep, he's out on the left.
So Simon's third. And the traditional shot is a backhand roller if you get down far enough off to the left, but because he hit that tree, I think he had to throw this hyzer. But it looked pretty nice. Nate's second, taking a similar line.
On the line drive, keeping it low.
Yep. They're getting it down there. They're going to be able to get it up and down from there, but they're not going to be putting for a birdie.
Hey, they're human, you know? Come on.
This hole will make a lot of people feel human. Yeah. It is no joke. So Paul, after 2 huge throws, is able to throw a forehand for his third. And he's fading towards the basket. You see the red right there. That's the basket. Simon finished a little short right. I'm chuckling about that one, I guess. Yeah.
He seems like such a great personality.
Oh man, I'm just a huge fan of filming him. Super funny, great attitude, really cool guy.
Have a great sense of humor.
Really does.
And that goes a long way when you're playing a long tournament, being able to smile about stuff and not get bent out of shape.
Oh, huge putt from Steve right there.
Yep, that puts a little bit back in the can from all those spit outs.
Right, yeah. And Paul capitalizes with the bird as well. Nate and Simon are tapping in their pars. No shame in a par on that one.
I'd be very happy with a par on that one.
Yeah. Up next is hole 14, 400 feet, just dead straight, and then the basket's up on this little mound, which makes putting just slightly difficult. Yeah. The fairway's wider than it, or narrower than it looks on film, I swear.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Well, plus their hyzer, and any hyzer left is going to put you further away from the basket.
Exactly. So. Yeah, you really got to finish as straight as you can. So Paul throws a hyzer flip and looking pretty good, Jason.
That's looking real good.
Yeah, looks good.
400 feet is no joke, even when you got to end dead straight.
Exactly. Ooh, looks like they came out a little early from Nate. A little high. Finishes short left.
Yeah, he'll get up and down, but no look.
Simon also coming out early. You see any backhand form flaws on that one, Jason? Yeah.
No, I will never in my life critique Simon. You know what you could do better, Simon? No, nothing.
Nothing.
Just do it more.
Yeah. So he almost got pin high, and just off to the left, and lays up for a smart par. And Steve has this for a birdie. Damn.
Get some. There's 2 in a row.
Two
big putts.
Huge putts in a row, yeah.
That's the way, yeah.
Well, and Paul makes another birdie just right along with him. Looks like he finished long. Right on line, though. And Nate and Simon tapping in their pars.
I gotta tell you, I want to see some really nice high def, super slow motion, high frame rate footage of Simon blasting some shots.
Right, I want to see like some 1,000 FPS stuff, right?
Yes. Can't you make that happen?
Yeah, I wish. Yuha has told me he's thinking about picking up a new camera with some sweet slow-mo, so he filmed Simon. Maybe he'll get some out there. The best I can do is 60 FPS. It's kind of sad.
That's not too shabby. I just at that point, the things start to get blurry.
Yeah, they do. You need just a little more. But that is all we got for the round 1 Supercard, guys. And Jason, thanks for joining me, man.
Thank you, Ian. This was great.
Yeah, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.